Hey, good morning. Rob here from Southwest Florida Television. Happy Sunday. I'm up in Area 3, at the north end of Area 3. I was just listening to an osprey. I can't see it. He's up in one of these pine trees here. But he or she is really loud this morning. "64 degrees right now, 64 degrees. What do you think of that? Boy, temperature is really dropping. It's going to be in the upper 50s tomorrow morning. Temperature's going to get up into the high 70s today, maybe hit 80. I do not see that osprey. But boy, was it loud. Still got some waves out here. Beautiful colors. Gorgeous colors out there this morning. The signs at the park say no red tide. No red tide, thankfully. However, the news says there's very, very low red tide in North Naples and North Collier, so I don't know what that means. There's no red tide warning signs posted here at the park. I just wanted to come out here and take a quick look this morning, see how things look. But that onshore wind that we were having the past several days, I was really worried that the red tide was going to come back. But I think we're okay. So far, so good. Absolutely beautiful out here. A little on the cool side. Again, it's 64 degrees out here right now. No shells on the beach. I don't see anything here as far as shells. We had a pretty high tide last night up to there. Low tide's at 10:30. This beach here in front of me is just flat and clean. Water temperature still 83 degrees. We need that water temperature to drop. It's gorgeous though out here. Still probably a bit on the rough side to see some dolphins, darn it. Beautiful colors there as I look to the east. Beautiful morning here. The wind has shifted. Feels like it's coming out of the northeast now, which is good. Blowing this direction, this way. The more easterly the wind, the better. The more from the east, the better. Blow things away from us, not towards us. Gorgeous though out here. Once I get the sandbar between us and the Gulf here, the waves action slows down on the beach here. You can see the sandbar right out there. We're walking south for a change this morning. You got it.
Oh, yeah.
What is it, a turn?
Yeah, he has a broken wing.
A turn with a broken wing. Oh, poor thing.
Yeah, so I have to get him back to the shop with a nice clean. Ooh.
Oh, look at that. Poor thing.
Yeah. And then we're going to take him to...
I was wondering what you were doing here. I saw you running around the net and I didn't see the bird.
Yeah, we were waiting for him to come back. We tried to catch him earlier and he went into the water, so I wanted to give him some time to come back in.
Well, sweet.
He's a little tired.
So do you guys take care of it here or do you send it to
We take it
Conservancy?
to the Conservancy.
Yeah, sweet.
If they're open today.
Nice.
Oh.
Hey, looks pretty calm.
Yeah,
actually.
He's a little tired.
Beautiful birds, those terns.
Yeah.
Well, I hope you get better, buddy.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
That was kind of neat. Rescuing a tern with a broken wing. So they'll take it down to the Conservancy, and the Conservancy will mend its wing and release it. Just one of the jobs, one of the many jobs that our park rangers do here. Like I say, you never know what you're going to see in the mornings when you come out to the beach. Well, I'm going to turn around and walk back the other way. We're down in Area 1. We'll head back up to where we started from. A lot of times, what happens with those birds, the terns, there's so many of them, and when they're flying in the big flocks, when they take flight, they run into each other. Not too long ago, sadly, I actually found a tern out in the water with a broken neck, just for that reason. When you see these birds, sometimes these shorebirds, I mean, there's just masses of them, and when they take off, it's unbelievable. It's an incredible sight watching them take flight. But sadly, some of them get hurt when they do that. Or sometimes they dive into the water and it's shallower than they realize, and that's when they get hurt too. But hopefully that little tern will be okay. It looked pretty calm, actually, when the ranger had it wrapped in the towel. Had a broken wing. I don't know if you saw that on the video. Beautiful out here, 64. Maybe it's 65 by now. My car said it was 64 when I parked here this morning, when I first walked out on the beach. It's gorgeous all around here. Beautiful. Beautiful blue sky. Boy, that moon is really bright up there this morning. Let's see if you can see it up there. Where is it? There it is, right up in the top center of the screen. Really, really bright moon this morning. I don't know, 2/3 of a moon maybe. See if I can zoom in on it for you. Oop, there it is. Come on there. Try to get it on the screen there. Beautiful, really bright out here this morning. Right there in the center of the screen. Not as many waves as we've seen in the past few days, fortunately. Thankfully, the wind is shifting directions, coming more out of the northeast now. The water's starting to clear up. That's nice. That's a good sign. No red tide warning signs at the beach here. It's supposed to be a really nice weekend for the beach. friend Roy is doing good. Everybody that's concerned with Roy, he's doing very well. I'll get over there soon and give everybody an update. I'll do a little live feed with him. He's been busy going to choir practice. He's always welcome to visitors, though. Anybody wants to stop by and see Roy, they are always welcome. Definitely a lot calmer out there than it's been the past few days. Absolutely gorgeous. Very, very quiet out here, though. Very peaceful. I don't hear that osprey. When I first started this morning, boy, there was an osprey right up in these pine trees over here. Was it making some noise? I couldn't find it, but it was loud. I smell somebody's got one of the grills started already. All back in the trees here along the beach, there's a trail that kind of parallels the beach, and there's picnic tables and barbecue grills scattered all along that trail. Great place to come out and spend the day. Cheapest entertainment in town. There's this one little branch up here. A lot of mornings, that's where we'll see one of our ospreys sitting, right up there on that branch. I don't see any right now. Our park ranger's making his rounds. That's Ranger Matt. He's going to be leaving us soon, moving on to FWC. Well, if a dolphin came by, we could spot one out there. We'd be able to see it. It's actually calming down out there. Haven't seen any dolphins for a little while now. That doesn't mean they're not there. Believe me, they're still around. Still a few hours away from low tide here, and I think it's going to be a really low tide today just because of the lesser wave action. I think the tide's gonna be way out there today. It's already pretty low, and low tide isn't till 10:30. A lot of beach here right now. A lot of beach to walk on. The sun not quite up over the trees yet. Just coming up right over in there. Look at all this beach out here. Wow. There's a big piece of worm rock down here. There's a big piece of worm rock. You see all the little worm tubes there when you look close. It just formed around some oyster shells, it looks like. Pretty cool. Find a lot of that worm rock on the beach. I'll walk out here towards the water. Until that sun comes up, it's kind of hard to see just how clear the water is. It has been pretty cloudy because of the waves. I think it's going to start clearing up here. Look at this. There's a sand dollar. A little sand dollar down there. Unfortunately, it's not alive. That's a dead sand dollar. But a sand dollar nonetheless. You can take that home and put it out in the sun. It'll bleach itself, turn white. We got a lot of sand dollars here. Just make sure they're not alive if you take them home. That goes for anything you pick up at the beach. You know, I'm gonna show you something inside that sand dollar. Since it's dead, I'm gonna break this sand dollar open. And inside they have what's called they call them doves. Have you ever seen inside of a sand dollar? Seen the little doves inside of a sand dollar? Trying to find a little bit of sunlight here. It's not happening. When you break these open, this one's a tough one. Inside, see that little, they look like little doves. See that? They call them doves. Yeah, this sand dollar is dead. This sand dollar has been dead for a long time. Pay attention here. So there's one of the little doves. There. See how it looks like a little dove? Very cool. Sadly, the red tide killed, thousands and thousands of sand dollars here, maybe millions of them along our shoreline. Here's another one. This one, now this one, yeah, this one doesn't look good either. This one's dead. So sad. But we do have a lot of sand dollars. Sadly, another dead one here. What a shame. What a shame. That's a really nice one, though. That'd be a nice one to take home. Yep. They're everywhere this morning. The beach is covered. There's one. Now, this one's been out of the water for a while. It's already starting to bleach itself out. Another sand dollar. Somebody, I'm sure, will come along and add those to their collection. What else do we have along the beach here? Not really seeing a lot of shells. Sand dollars. There's another one. This one's kind of chipped up here. Haven't seen any starfish lately. We used to see starfish all over the place. We have not seen any starfish since the red tide. Hopefully the red tide didn't kill all of our starfish. We have several different species of them here. But lots and lots of sand dollars washing up on the beach this morning. Lots of them. Nice size ones too. Unfortunately, they're not alive. I mean, good for souvenirs, but sad to see them dead. I think we're going to see a lot more things as this tide goes out further this morning. I was really hoping to find more shells, expecting to see more shells out here. The sand dollars were kind of a surprise. Just beautiful out here. It was 64 degrees when I first came out here this morning. 64 degrees. Absolutely amazing. What a nice temperature drop. And I get back over on the beach. A lot of times we'll find some nice shells kind of trapped in here between the sandbars and the beach. There's a nice little fighting conch shell down here. Oh, I've turned it over, it's all worn. I thought it was a nice little fighting conch. Here's another one, another fighting conch shell. This is something else. I have not seen any live fighting conchs lately. Ever since the red tide. Just empty shells everywhere. Well, if you want some sand dollars for your collection, get out here early before somebody scoops them up. It's still pretty quiet out here. But it won't take long for somebody to find them out there. Look at the difference in the elevation here. That's actually a lot higher up there, a lot higher. That's probably 3 feet higher there, at least, maybe even 4. Good morning. It's absolutely amazing how this beach is constantly changing. Look how high that is. That's 5 feet higher than where I'm standing right now, that beach right there. That is amazing. Absolutely amazing. Some sun raking the beach here. Beach, sandbar, whatever you want to call it. This is really a sandbar out here. The water's still looking good. A little churned up from the waves, but it looks good. It looks really nice. Not nearly as many waves as there were yesterday. Look how much beach there is up here. This is area 4. Look at all the beach. Absolutely amazing. Happy Saturday, everybody. Be sure and let everyone know where you're watching from. absolutely gorgeous morning. Another morning in paradise, that's for sure. I guess they don't want to get their feet wet. What a beautiful sight, huh? Oh. All kinds of sandbars out here this morning. We're gonna have, I'm guessing we're gonna have a really low tide today. Low tide's not till 10:30. The waves are dying down. So I think that's increasing the odds for a great low tide out here. I didn't know what that was. It's just a rock. You never know. Thought maybe it was going to be a big giant shell. Just gorgeous out here though as we look up to the north. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful up here in Area 4. Just pan around, I'll give you a look out into the Gulf. I miss our dolphins. Beautiful though out there. No red tide. Still no red tide, thankfully. Ooh, that sun is bright. That sun is really bright. It's gorgeous out here though. Look at all that beach over there, just because of the low tide. I don't think anybody's been out on that sandbar where I was showing you those sand dollars yet. They might still be there. I can show you if you haven't, if you're just tuning in, if you just be patient. There's a nice little fighting conch shell down there in the water. Florida fighting conch. Absolutely gorgeous out here. Again, it was 64 degrees when I came out this morning, when I first hit the beach. 64 degrees. I know it's warming up now. It might get up to 80 today. Water's beautiful. What can I say? Another gorgeous morning, another gorgeous Sunday morning in paradise. I'm just amazed at how low the tide is right now. For those of you familiar with this beach, or for those of you that follow these beach walks, you've seen a lot of changes here at our beach over the past year. It has just changed immensely, just tremendously in shape and size. Mother Nature is definitely mysterious. Beautiful water, beautiful, beautiful water out here this morning. That's the edge of the sandbar out there where the waves are breaking. Every once in a while we get some nice little waves there. They're not very big. Maybe 18 inches tops. Look back here, I'm going to show you. Look at how much beach there is back here. Just incredible. Looking back to Area 4, look at all this beach. Absolutely amazing. Tons of beach, literally tons. It's incredible. Boy, what amazes me is the elevations here. how much they have changed. Look how high that is up there. I think those sand dollars are still over on the beach over here. I'll show you a couple sand dollars here in a minute. Got to get out to these little sandbars out here. Hey, be sure to tell your friends about Southwest Florida Television. Hit the share button if you like these beach walks. I try to do my best to keep you informed with what's going on out here at Del Nor-Wiggins, at least as far as the water conditions go. Nobody pays me to come out and do this. I enjoy doing it. If anybody wants to make a little contribution, it's always appreciated. You can find my PayPal account info in the description of this post here. Look at all these little sandpipers running around. Wow. Again, it's going to be a really low tide out here today, so there might be some good shelling. You just never know. I know the red tide surely affected our shelling. There's no red tide out here though today, thankfully. Look at all the little birds out here running around. Just amazing how much beach is over there in Area 4. Just incredible. It's just amazing how much that has changed over there. Absolutely incredible. It's so peaceful out here this morning. I just can't get over it. I just love coming out here and watching the birds. Look at them running around out here. I don't know if you can see them out there in front of me. They look like little mice running around. They're so tiny. I gotta get moving along here. Got an appointment this morning. Earlier, I found quite a few sand dollars out here. I think it was out here on this sandbar. I'm not quite sure if it was this one or the other one. I don't see those sand dollars that we saw earlier. Somebody might have picked them up. Rats. There's two little snowy egrets out there looking for some breakfast. Off they go. Darn, I was hoping to show you those sand dollars. Saw several nice sand dollars this morning. There's lots of them out there, but we haven't seen a lot of them lately on our beach walks. The tide's supposed to be going out, but it looks like it's higher than it was when I started. I don't know what that's about. Low tide isn't until 10:30. Beautiful as we come out here and look around. I love my beach. I love my Del Norwegans. No doubt about it. This is paradise. By all means, paradise. So serene out here. Just a few people out here shelling, walking the beach. The sun just coming up over the trees there, peeking through the trees. Lots of beach out here this morning. Looking down to the south. Just those condos that you see in the center of the screen, that's Park Shore. Good morning, how are you doing?
Oh, this is never this low, is it?
Yeah, when we get the full moon.
Oh, the full moon. It's
You know, it's not a full moon, but you know,
it's just slightly waning.
Yeah,
Just like
yeah.
it was full 2 days ago.
yeah, and it was a little higher than it would have been just because we had that wind coming on shore.
Yeah.
But I think it might be a little lower even today because the waves are starting to die down.
I've never seen it this low. Never.
Oh, it's
But
fun.
then- it's amazing. I love it.
Yeah, you can walk. I mean, there's so much new beach to walk on.
Yeah. Oh, this is fabulous.
I saw a lot of sand dollars out there.
But I'm doing
Paddle yoga at the boat ramp. Okay, go ahead and tell everybody what time is that happening.
9:30 this morning at the boat ramp because there's way too much surf on the Gulf. Come and practice paddle yoga on paddle boards.
There you go.
Okay,
How much
thanks.
is it to sign up for a class?
It's $20 and that includes the board. And all you have to do is give me a call at 450-6094 and I'll hold a board for you.
There you go.
Thank
Awesome.
you.
You got it.
Okay.
All right. Good luck.
Bye.
Yep. Paddleboard yoga. That is fun. That is very relaxing. They usually do it out here at the beach, but it's a little too rough. So they're going to do it over by the boat ramp today. You know what? I think this little bump of sand sticking up here is where I found those sand dollars this morning. I'm not sure. I'm getting really short on time here. But I'd really love to show you some sand dollars. If they're still out there, if nobody went out and picked them up. I think that's where they were. I'm not 100% sure. But I found several out there this morning. Actually, quite a few, and I wasn't even looking for them. I don't think that's where they were, but I do see something neat out there. Darn it, the water is deep right here in front of me. I believe I see a big live cockle shell out on that sandbar. Got to get into the shallower water and cut across. I don't have my swim trunks on today. That was a little snowy egret that just swam by. I don't know how deep this water is here. I might not make it across. So far, so good. Below my knees. There we go, getting up into the shallow water. We'll take a look along the edge here of this sandbar, see if there's anything interesting. Beautiful with those waves, isn't it? Just absolutely stunning. The sunlight just hitting the beach out here, hitting the water. Thankfully, there's no red tide to contend with. It's gorgeous. Well, no sand dollars up here, darn it. Just beautiful, beautiful beach. Let me see if that was a cockle shell that I saw over here. I'm not sure. Saw something sticking up. Be nice to see a live cockle shell. Yep, that's a live cockle down there. Well, it's just tucking into its shell. See it down there? Peeking in and out. That's a live cockle shell. Very cool. If I was to pick that up, it would go right into its shell. So that's a live cockle right there. See, he went right into his shell. Right into his shell as soon as I picked him up. You can kind of see him in there. See if he comes out. See if he comes out. Sometimes they'll come out if you just hold them still. Get some water on them. Nope, he closed up. See if he opens up again. If I just hold him still here, he might open up. Darn gimbal just spun around all on its own here. I'm going to hold him in my hand and see if he opens up. Absolutely beautiful out here. Well, there's actually several cockles out here. I'm going to put this big guy, I'm going to put this big cockle back over here by the water. He'll bury himself into this in the sand here. There's actually several of them out here. There's a little one. A little baby cockle. I know, he's flipping me off there or something. It's a little baby cockle shell. Yep. Sometimes they come out of their shell when you hold them. There's quite a few of them out here, these little ones. See, he's opening up a little bit. Is he going to come out and say good morning? Pretty cool, the little baby cockle. There's probably 20 of them that I see right out here alongside of me, around me. Oh well, it's gonna stay in its shell there. You can kind of see it down in there. Well, I got to wrap it up here this morning. It's been a beautiful morning, gorgeous morning, no red tide, beautiful sky, look at that, beautiful water, incredible view. Just want to thank everybody for joining me. Remember, I don't get paid to do this. If anybody wants to make a little contribution, it's always appreciated. Every little bit helps. You can find my PayPal account info in the description of this post. If you like what you see, tell your friends about it. We've got some kind of ceremony going on the beach. There's people in white robes. I don't know what they're doing. Take the time to check out my photos and videos. I'm sure you're going to find something you like. When you do, hit the like and share button. Also, make sure you like and follow Southwest Florida Television. Give you one more look up to the north here. We're at the north end of Area 2. Just an incredible, incredible view this morning. It's not too often we get to stand out here on dry land. I'm going to take a quick photo, bear with me. Again, this is the north end of Area 2, standing out on the sandbar. Absolutely gorgeous. I just got to make my way back to where I started, up in Area 3. I'm going to cut across here. I'll keep the live feed going until I get back to my starting point. Gorgeous out here. Absolutely a beautiful Sunday morning. I feel privileged to be able to be out here. So many people take it for granted. They live just minutes away and they never come out here. Can you believe that? Now we're walking north. Very, very low tide this morning. Very, very low tide. It smells, somebody's got a barbecue grill going. Morning. Great place to come and have a picnic out here. Over here in the trees, just off the beach, there's a trail that pretty much parallels the entire beach, and there's just picnic tables and grills scattered all throughout the park along that path. Great place to come out and spend the day with the family. The water is beautiful today, the weather's beautiful. Supposed to be a great weekend. A little cooler even tomorrow. Down in the 50s, upper 50s tomorrow morning when you wake up in Southwest Florida. When I came out here this morning, it was 64. That was a nice change. Wasn't quite ready for it. Just gorgeous though. Like I said, a super low tide here. Lots of extra beach today to enjoy and to shell on. Come out and take advantage of it. Low tide's at 10:30. Come out and take advantage of this beautiful, beautiful weather we're having today. Just amazing how much beach there is here. I'm going to zoom in a little bit here and show you all this. Look at this. Look up there. Look at all that beach we have because of the low tide. Quite a sight. That is amazing. Wow. If you look close, you can see the condos all the way up to Fort Myers Beach there. Just amazing. All the way up to Fort Myers Beach. Just incredible. Incredible clear weather, clear sky this morning. And look at all that beach at Del Nor-Wiggins. Wow. Well, this is where I started, right up here at the boardwalk in Area 3. Great little spot here. This is the north end of parking lot 3 to come and watch sunsets. There's a little bench here out at the end of the boardwalk. You don't even have to get your feet in the sand. And of course there's another bench over here. Some picnic tables and grills scattered around in here. One last look at the beach, everybody. Soak it in. Soak it in. For Southwest Florida Television, I'm Rob Stan. Have a fantastic Sunday, and God bless.